It is not about moving the ego out of the way. It's not letting the ego stop your production. If you had a wild, crazy child in your production line, messing everything up, turning on and off machines, putting wrenches in all the machinery, making all of your people play and dance and not work, would that be a very productive plant? No. So it is to train the ego that it is not in the driver's seat of your creations. It has been in the driver's seat for a very, very long time. Look at what you have created. And when you create from that level, your creative process is very different than when you create from a soul level or from the energy of all that is, of all possibilities, of all things that are available to you. Would you tell that child it can do more and more and go more and more wild? Or would you maybe give it a different job or bring it into the line itself in alignment with what you are desiring to create? When you are attached to how others perceive their own creation or how they're creating their reality themselves, it's still an attachment. You're still attached to it, whether you want to think it's for their benefit or not. And you're also trying to create what you think is the best for them without being open to other creation for them or allowing them to create for themselves. Your desire to open up to the creation and helping others on a higher level has to come from a different frequency of more heart space love and openness without needing attachment to the desire for it to happen in a specific way. What if their healing is to die? That is possible. What if their healing is to actually go through a healing crisis? That is possible. It's their creation. Although you are all creating in group energy, it is still the choice of each soul frequency to make their own choices. And you have to honor that choice of that frequency and that energy system of that being, that they are making that choice. And your attachment to what it needs to look like is going to put you in a space of uncreation or backpedaling of energy, because there's still an attachment connected to it. When you want for all beings, it means everyone, regardless of physical attribute, mental capacity, or spiritual evolvement, or heart openness, regardless of any of those things. The ego can get involved, but it may not always put a wrench in the situation. So don't worry if you go in a different direction with your thoughts for an hour or a day, and you go, oh, that was not what I wanted, and I was all upset because I had that thought and bad thought. Then that is actually an attachment. Just go, okay, thought, I see you, and then I'm letting you go. It's not that complicated. It is a training process. It is an awareness. That is part of what meditation is for. We ask that you start meditating consistently, because you're going to be more available to recognize the soul voice if you have pure connection with your soul and your soul's energy. and you will be less connected with that ego energy. And you will see that ego as it comes up. You'll go, oh, there it is. And it's the simplicity of it. And if the ego does this thing and makes a little dance and puts a little jig in the production line and everything gets a little wonky for a moment, and be open to how it comes. And you can say, silly ego, I see you, and recognize the ego is creating too. It has a purpose of creation, and that's okay. The question is, do you want it in alignment with more of what you desire and your higher consciousness energy, or do you want it in alignment with a lower frequency? We see creation energy all from a opening of heart, love, divine energy. It is such a privilege, and we are so in love with the divine energy of pure love that we do it out of love, not to receive a joy from it. We only do it through love. We only do it because we desire to experience and have you experience and others experience this divine love. And we only do it because this is part of who we are. We have worked in this capacity for so long that we only know this energy system. And we do it from a frequency of what you would call divine love. Although it feels different to us, that's the easiest way for us to explain it to you. It is from a whole different frequency energy that is beyond that what you may even understand. Once you hit the higher levels of energy systems, you will get glimpses and touch upon that energy. So it is a joy or a privilege or a complete energy of love that we create from, and not to receive joy. And yes, from that perspective, maybe you would see it as joyful, but it is just love. There's nothing wrong with having a desire and making a desire tangible on the earth plane. So it is a divine dance. So recognize that you can feel it and you can be with it, and just keep on throwing it up and saying, where will it all fall? And be open to that. So that energy is openness. I see that you are working on that, but you see it as more of a job energy than anything else. It's almost like you've put your mind to a new job, and it's called finding a place. Does that make sense?
Yes, I called it that today.
So this is why we are telling you, that's the attachment.
Okay.
And say, I'm so excited, I will have a new place. Show me, give me, I'm ready to receive. And that will be more in alignment with what you desire than this job you have created for yourself.
Okay.